It's that time of day. It's a Tuesday night, and it means it is time for the Gags. Gags of the week, and thank you so much for sending all of these in. We do appreciate it. We'll read as many of them as we can. Start with a couple from Maud. What do you call 100 rabbits walking backwards?
I don't know. What do you call them?
A receding hairline.
Oh, hey.
Do you know jokes about white sugar are very rare?
Yeah.
But jokes about brown sugar, them are rarer.
Dear. I say.
Yes.
How do you help a man who's choking on his beer?
I don't know.
Perform the Heineken manoeuvre?
Very clever.
Yeah.
Thank you to Graham and Sarah Jane. Some Halloween gags. Opened the fridge the other morning, and a pot of yoghurt floated out from inside.
Ooh, spooky.
It was a case of paranormal activity.
Hee.
And I used to make Ouija boards out of yoghurt pots. I was dabbling with the Yakult.
Oh, dear.
And did you know that tennis players are into the supernatural?
No.
Well, for example, Goran Ivanisevic. What?
It's easy for you to say.
Thank you.
There's a couple on a similar subject from Lee.
Yes.
What do you call an Italian medium?
I don't know.
Luigi board. And how do you fix a broken pumpkin?
I don't know.
With a pumpkin patch.
I told the Inland Revenue that because I live by the seaside, I didn't know anything. Think about it. What do you call a bird that keeps singing Sunny Boy at night?
I have no idea. What do you call one of they?
Owl Johnson.
Oh, right, yeah.
And did you hear about that new restaurant? It's called Karma. There's no menu. You get what you deserve.
Very good.
It is.
Very good. Bill says there was a Scotsman playing bagpipes, busking in the streets.
Yes.
And a little lady put some money in his pot and said, "Excuse me," she said, "excuse me, I've got to ask,
Yes.
Is there anything worn under the kilt?"
Yes.
"Oh, no, madam," he said. "It's all in working order."
Sure, he was from Scotland. Liz, she said, R.I.P. boiled water.
Oh.
You'll be missed. And my doctor told me to watch my drinking. So I'm now doing it in front of the mirror. Thank you, Liz.
How many beers, talking drinking, how many beers can a tropical bird drink?
I don't know.
2 cans. 2 cans. Thank you.
Kieran said a weasel walked into a bar.
Yeah.
And the bartender said, "Well, I never served a weasel before. What can I get you?" Pop goes the weasel.
Now, Sheila was a taxi driver. And after several fares, she'd had a busy day, and after several fares, she thought, "Oh, what's that smell?" So she looked round, and there on the back seat was something smelly. Yes. So she wasn't happy about that, obviously. So she went to the police station and said, "Look, what somebody's done in the back of my car." And the policeman said, "Well, I'm not really sure what I can do about that." He said, "But I'll tell you what I'll do.
Yes.
I'll keep it for 3 months, and if no one claims it, you can have it back."
Thank you, Jimmy. Customs have intercepted a large amount of counterfeit Mr. Kipling cakes.
Oh.
Police say they're exceedingly good fakes. And I'm writing a book at the moment on tornadoes and hurricanes.
Okay.
It's only a draft at the moment. Thank you.
A farmer was milking his cow. Yeah, and he was just starting to get a good rhythm going.
Yes.
When a bug flew into the barn.
Yes.
And started circling his head. Suddenly, the fly flew into the cow's ear.
Yes.
And the farmer didn't think any more about it.
No.
Until the fly squirted out into his bucket.
Yeah.
It went in one ear and out the other.
John said, I made my first wig today.
Oh, yeah.
And he made it out of bum hair. Disaster kept blowing off. This woman had identical twins and she gave them up for adoption. One of them went to a family in Egypt and they named him Amal. And the other one went to a family in Spain and they named him Juan. Anyway, a few years later, Juan sent a picture of himself to his mum. And upon receiving the picture, Mum turned to her husband and said she wished that she had a picture of Amal. And her husband said, "But they're twins. If you've seen one, you've seen them all." Are you on, Tom?
Am I on? Am I here?
I hope so.
Nobody's turned up tonight. Look, the place is empty again.
Yes. Wonder why that is.
I said to the wife today.
Yes.
I said, "Wife." I said, "Did you know that a man is like a fine wine and gets better with age. And the next day she locked me in the wine cellar. What do you call a lady with a toothpick in her head?
With what? A toothpick.
A toothpick in her head.
I don't know.
Olive. I tell you what, have you ever been, this is not easy to say, have you ever been on holiday to Honolulu? It's got everything, you know.
Yes.
A beach for the children,
Yes.
sun for the wife,
Yes.
and sharks for the mother-in-law. At Billy, you know, he gave me this joke.
Yes.
My wife thinks I'm crazy for eating calculators, but I tell her it's what's inside that counts. Olive. I'm getting fed up with the wife.
Oh, yeah, yes.
I'm fed up with her now. Every time I sit down and I relax like that,
Yes.
I put my feet up like that.
Yeah.
I could be like that. And have a nice cold beer. And she starts nagging
Yes.
that I drink too much. And I get a bit fed up hearing that 9 or 10 times a day. Really. And I taught the dog to do a new trick yesterday. I've taught him
Yes.
how to get me a beer.
Okay.
And what's so good about that, you ask?
What's so good about that?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Because he gets it from the neighbour's fridge. And I went to the doctor, because she kicked me out then. She said, get out. So I went out to the doctor. I said, doctor, I'm sorry, but I think I'm addicted to crosswords. He said, why is that? I said, I haven't a clue. Thank you, Ian. He said, is there anything else? I'm sure there is.
Yes.
I said, well, as it happens,
Yes.
I'm having problems with my eyes.
Yes.
He said, have they been checked? I said, no, they've always been brown. Hey, Maud. Oh, dear. Do they get any better? I don't think they do.
I bet they do.
I got a little riddle, a little rhyme,
Yes.
all about Egypt. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Although they had no first aid class, I nearly got that messed up. Egyptians were not dummies. They knew the art of bandaging because they learned it from their mummies. Oh dear.
Thank you.
And be careful out there.
Yes.
Be careful.
Yes.
Because 80% of people
Yes.
are caused by accidents. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.